Hey everybody, Thatch here. I'm excited for this week's episode and for you to listen to it. We talk about what Pokemon deserve Mega Evolutions, specifically those from Gens 5 through 9, just because they haven't had really a chance. We're not counting Mega Autono. But I wanted to give a few updates before we get ahead. One, we did the stream with the survey results. You can go check that out over at YouTube. I'm going to try to do a podcast version later this week that you guys can listen to. Additionally, on July 22nd, when the Presents is out, I'll be streaming. So check us out at Twitch and YouTube if you want to check that out. But yeah, other than that, like, subscribe, rate, comment, review, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're listening.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, Puckle Podcast.
It's Puckle! Puckle! It's Puckle! Puckle! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! Puckle! Puckle.
Welcome to the Puckle Podcast. My name is Trainer Thatch, and I'm your host. And I have my co-host, whoever I have. Today we've got the one and only Whimsicott.
Ciao, everyone.
And we've got the very knowledgeable R Sigma.
Hiya, papaya.
And welcome to the Puckle Podcast. Puckle, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we can talk everything from the Pokemon trading card game to the video game and everything in between. And yeah, we have a good time here. Actually, our names are like going to become way more relevant soon, I think, once Champions drops. I feel like we have to do something with that. Like when we get a release date, we got to do something with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got one in the next month. Next month.
Yeah.
I think it's fair. I don't know if we're getting it this week, but we should get it by the end of Worlds, I hope.
We will have the release date by the end of Worlds. What that release date is, I have no idea. But we will have the release date by the end of Worlds. My expectation is somewhere in the December timeframe.
Yeah, like before January is my expectation. Yeah.
I think they need to with the release of ZA. This is like watch me like I'm Charlie from It's Always Sunny, like with the strings and the board in the back. Okay, if we take into account the fact that VGC will probably switch over to this at some point, but the first format on Champions I expect to be like Mega Evolution format. They're probably gonna want to wait for Pokemon Legends EA to have home compatibility, but it's coming out earlier than it usually would in October. So there's a chance that by like December-ish timeframe, Pokemon Home is updated for ZA.
Yeah, it can be done by in a month. A month is what I expect, like the minimum of. Yeah, well,
the
time we need or something.
It was a pretty fast turn for PLA or for Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
It was a very quick turn.
It was bundled with BDSP though, so but
but
still
that's
like a month or two. So
that's because BDSP was ready. Yeah, BDSP was ready. That was the thing. They held off on BDSP so that they could launch Legends Arceus at the same time. That's my guesstimation. But yeah, I mean, they could do it in a couple months without too much of a problem.
There's probably also the reason that BDSP was kind of buggy and had those clones that they had to figure out too.
Yeah, that's true too. But
I don't like the Pokemon be mean to BDSP, but like it had issues in. Pokemon
it had a lot of it.
Yeah.
I like to think of all of the bugs in there though, because it pretty much happened because they essentially copy and pasted the Gen 4 code.
But into a different engine.
So. Yeah, they just like copy. If you look at it, it's literally the same code. They copy and pasted it. But I still posit that part of the success of Pokemon is its glitches. Is its glitches. You think of like Missing No, right? People come up to me all the time. They're like, why don't you rank Missing No in the Gen 1 Pokemon? And it's just like, okay, come on, bud. Let's be real. It's not. But it's like I I think because things like Missing No, the truck, Mew Under a Truck rumor, stuff like that. I think things like that are what made Pokemon that exciting. And I honestly, it was Mew, like the creation of Mew, and then adding in these glitches that did like weird things. Like it was just this perfect storm of like pre-internet, like mainstream internet interaction with the community, and it was kind of awesome. And I think that helped build Pokemon into what it is today.
It gave it its magic.
Yeah, it was part of them. I don't know if it gave it its magic, but it was certainly part of the magic, right? It was certainly part of it.
It just seemed plausible enough to get people talking and interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Missing No just added credibility to like Mew rumors and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Joshiro was saying last week, like one of them was true, so why not the others?
Exactly.
Especially since everyone's was different based on like I think trainer ID number or something. Like the models you'd see for Missing No were always different.
That's so
Some
true.
people got the fossils, so
it depends on your lots of stuff, like the last trainer you battled and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was cool. But this is the part of the show where I typically ask you guys what you've been up to, and I talked about Missing No, so I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I know.
I don't have a lot to say, but I do want to sort of brag about something because for me, it's a decent achievement. I made Master Ball rank in TCG Pocket.
Oh, very nice.
That's actually cool. That's really cool, actually.
It's kind of cool.
I'm bouncing real bad between Ultra, right in Ultra 3, I think, right now.
Yeah. It gets kind of tough. Because you know there's no one deck that beats all the others.
Eventually you hit a bad matchup and then you spiral and it's like
exactly. I try not to play when I get tilted, but it was satisfying because I am using an easy deck. I'm using Solgaleo, but at some point I was like, okay, I am frustrated enough about Oricorio that I just I put one Magearna into my deck.
Oh yeah, that's the play.
Yeah, and that just made the difference.
It destroys the poor little Oricorio, and then cry a little bit.
It was like I had leftovers there, just to not be an auto loss against like Charizard, but Charizard is still pretty much an auto loss when you have Solgaleo. So.
Yeah, it's like there wasn't their stuff. No, okay, then I can win. They got their stuff. Oh, this is bad.
Exactly.
Real bad.
The only way you beat Charizard is if your opponent has really bad luck.
They need to brick. And you're good.
Yes. So there wasn't a point in having a card that sometimes maybe saved you against a deck that you still lost to 90% of the time. It was a lot better, even just from a mental standpoint, to not have to like rage every time you see a bright yellow bird.
Oricorio is a menace, and I kind of love it. It made it so much more strategic. Just Oricorio and Rare Candy at the same time blew up the possibilities for that game.
Yeah.
No, they like gave it real cards. That was the awesome part. Like honestly, that's the answer, right? My favorite part of Pokemon TCG Pocket has been watching TCG Pocket players rediscover like combos and stuff that the Pokemon TCG community is very aware of.
Yeah. It's still very, 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 very simplified, but it's starting to be a real game.
I don't know, when you get like Rare Candy, that is just Rare Candy. Like it's not like different in any way from like the regular TCG. This is probably the only argument I can have for why TCG Pocket might not get like its own place at Worlds versus the regular TCG. And I think it has to do with the fact that that Rare Candy is the same. And it's probably it's definitely like acting as like a gateway, like, oh, you know how Rare Candy does this? Imagine if you could do that with the cards when you buy them, right? That's the only argument I could see as like a gateway. But I don't know. As popular as it is, at least right now, at least in like the sphere of the people I discuss with, right? You guys and a lot of the community members are very excited about it. And maybe we're just in like our own little TCG Pocket echo chamber.
I mean, I think it appeals to the casuals as much as it appeals to people who are competitive. So it hits a nice little balance there.
Yeah.
And,
it's a simplified format too, so it's easier. The bar to entry is lower for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like the learning curve is not nearly as steep as it is in the normal TCG. Granted, I would also argue that like the normal TCG doesn't have a crazy learning curve either. Outside of like when you get to like top levels and you have to start like worrying about statistics. But it kind of in the same way that when you play competitive Pokemon, that's when you start like listening to calcs and stuff like that. So it's definitely part of that scenario. I don't know. Being at some point or another in like all of these competitive scenes has taught me a lot about what it means to be a competitive player and how it could be different, but also there are some similarities, like skills that you can transfer from one to the other. It turns out you just got to be good at math. Just do lots of math. But yeah. Oh, Sigma, anything cool with you? Anything new?
So yeah, actually, I was kind of surprised with things that happened this week.
Oh man.
Wednesday, I got a message out of the blue from Scrawn, who is in Japan.
Oh, really?
And he's collecting those medals that you get on Pokemon Home.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for Hoenn and Sinnoh. I didn't have those, but he sent me one anyway, and he's like, which one do you want? I have Pelipper, Psyduck, Victini, and
that's so cool.
Raichu. And I'm like, I'll take the Victini Raichu. And I got the
I think I might have Hoenn. I have to double check. I might have Hoenn though.
Yeah, because apparently when you scan it, you get 2, so you can go trade people.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has Alola and Sinnoh.
Oh, Alola and Sinnoh. I don't think I have either of those. Okay.
Yeah, and then Thursday night, I was doing my monthly climb to Master Ball in VGC over on Scarlet and Violet, and I randomly paired against Bigby from the server.
Oh, that's cool. That's fun.
He got to witness the power of the Slither. So that was good.
Yeah.
I found a cute little like Kyogre Groudon team with Slitherwing and Wo-Chien. I'm like, absolutely.
That every member that you've mentioned sounds amazing. So
it was
Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien. That's so funny.
Absolutely. So it turns out that a Life Orb Slitherwing in the sun that goes Terra Bug with first impression just kind of destroys things.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I wonder why.
Namely Miraidon.
Perfect.
Miraidon just disappears.
Perfect.
And it's beautiful. So that was a good time.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess we'll end it there. And we'll kick it on over to some news because there is some news to talk about. So let's kick it on over to that. We'll catch you guys over there. Welcome to the news. In the news, there's a few things to talk about. We're going to jump right on into those. So first and foremost, I have to remember to turn the screen back on. They announced Pikachu in front of a DJ table earlier this week as part of hyping up the Pokemon Presents. They have this little Pikachu in front of there, and then they revealed that he's actually going to be DJing a set before the Presents, at least in Japan. So
okay.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like there's a pre-show, which honestly I kind of appreciate, and I think it's kind of cute. The whole pre-show aspect of the Pokemon
I like
Presents.
that because it happens kind of late in the evening in Japan.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be. I took the morning off of work, so I'm actually gonna like live stream this, like we did for the Pokemon Presents at Pokemon Day. So I'm pretty excited to get to do that with everybody again. So definitely twitch.tv or YouTube. You come and check me out. Yeah. There should have been a thing at the beginning of the show that let you know this as well. Because if I put it at the front of the show, you remember.
Everyone kind of went speculation crazy over that image earlier this week.
Oh, I just thought it was hilarious. I just assumed it was going to be something. I don't know. Like
I saw the turntable and I'm like, okay, this is a weird thing, but okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be anything really. And it's like, oh, well, thankfully, right before we recorded it, they announced.
Yeah,
what it was.
they announced what it was.
We don't have to speculate.
even then, my speculation was something very similar to this, where every Pokemon presents lately, it seems like there's a little Pikachu animation and everybody tries to like go, oh man, the Pikachu thing meant this. And it's like, no, it didn't. It didn't mean anything.
People try to
it
read
turns
a lot
out,
into things.
Yeah. The Pikachu, the little Pikachu animation was just there for flavor. It didn't mean anything. There was nothing there. They don't hide things that well when it comes to this. It turns out like a lot on the presents too. They'll like usually we'll get Ishihara, especially on Pokemon Day, with a bunch of Pokemon plushes in the background, and people try to draw conclusions based on that all of the time.
Oh,
and usually it's just all the gens are back there.
Yeah, it's just all the gens somehow, or and people try to get something out of that.
Sometimes there are things in there, but you find out 2 minutes later anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Exactly. So, the Pikachu is going to be DJing for at least Japan, maybe in the US, who knows, but you can watch that probably. Pokemon Worlds announced more merchandise outside of those plushes we showed last week. There's the deck box. That's cute. The pins and the dice. Wow.
A bunch
of stuff that's going to be scalped like nothing else. So if you would like it, you can pay probably double to 3 times the price on eBay the weekend of Worlds. So
all the creators go in and buy it all up, and
be sure to check out ebay.com for all of this merchandise. All right. There's just so many goodies on this. All right, we're gonna move on to our last piece. They opened a Oshawott themed playground in Japan, where everything's an Oshawott except for the one thing that's a dugong.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It looks really cool, actually. It would be more appropriate, I think, if it was like a water park, but I think it's near a beach.
Okay, that makes some kind of sense then.
It's on the coast.
I think so.
I think
it's really neat. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I'll let you guys go.
So in video game news, Pokemon Unite released a letter from its producer. More Mega Evolutions are coming. Groudon will replace Rayquaza as the stage boss. And September through December, we will be receiving 2 new characters each month, including the Megas. So this is probably made possible by the fact that some models will be reused from the current cast of characters. You can also receive a Gyarados license just by logging in this season. So do it before the season ends, because that's, I think, a good book. I have no idea. I've never played Unite.
I'm
reading off the script.
I think having more licenses is always good. That way you just have characters, and
that
because
makes sense.
The way the meta balances occur, I think it makes sense to just have as many as you want. And then you can you can go ahead and play with your favorite, right? Like maybe Magikarp Gyarados becomes good at some point, right? And then you have it. You just have it. So
okay.
Because the new releases shake up the whole meta. It doesn't just shake up the like, oh, we added one Pokemon and we're going to slot that into A tier, or we're going to slot that into C tier now, right? If that existence of that Pokemon changes everything, and there's always balances that occur as well.
Yeah.
So So an S tier Pokemon could get dropped down, which makes you're another Pokemon S tier or A tier when it was B tier beforehand.
I mean, the other thing, like what role they play, because supports and defenders are usually always good. Whereas attackers can fall in and out of favor because they're usually the ones that get the big buffs and big nerfs.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah. All right. What else we got, Whimsicott?
We have the obligatory Pokemon Go news segment.
Yay.
After years of waiting, the Steel and Scales event runs from the 22nd to the 27th, and it adds Honedge to the game, allowing players to finally finish the Kalos Pokedex.
I might have to do it just for Honedge. Honedge is cool.
Honedge is cool.
Oh, 4 times Kex XP. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I accept that challenge. And increase shinies for Bagon and Beldum as well. Okay, those are both cool as well. Well, okay. This is a good event. Sorry, this is a good event. I'm jumping in. And yeah, you get an unknown in raids. Man, everything about this is actually really good. Yeah.
Raids with Hanage, Lunala.
That's
everything.
so cool. That's so cool.
Also, I don't know if it says so on the page that you are on, but for the audio-only audience, they will also unlock Rookie Days Shiny, but it's okay if you don't get it right away because next month people have voted for it to be the Community Day Pokemon. So
yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, moving on to, I believe, TCG news. You got this one, Sigma.
Yeah, this should be quick. So TCG Live updated, and Prism Energy and Hydreigon EX were both broken. They should fix it tomorrow.
I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked by this.
From the looks of it, Prism Energy, they may have programmed the old Prism Energy and not like connected it to the new one.
Oh my
gosh. What it looks like, because apparently when people were playing, they had 56 card decks, and Prism Energy wasn't there.
Oh.
Hydreigon didn't care which Hydreigon was attacking. So when the Terra Hydreigon was killing things, they were taking extra prizes, which was also kind of bad.
Yes. We should have played Hydreigon.
Apparently Archeops wasn't working once per turn. So we don't know if Archeops is going to be fixed in that update, but we'll see.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Next up, McDonald's in Japan is getting stamped cards.
Okay, this Pikachu's adorable.
Reaching for a cheeseburger. It looks like
adorable.
One of those has cheeseburger. It's adorable. It is.
Yeah, he's literally reaching for the cheeseburger. That's adorable. This should be a card. This is going to be worth $200 the day it comes out.
Maybe more. I mean, Pikachu
Probably.
promos go for a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, they have the cool little M's. I like the M stamps.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something like this came to the US. I wouldn't be surprised. Every year we do a set with McDonald's in the US. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got? Man, that's so cool. That Pikachu's so good.
We got a couple small things. Pocket has an Evolution themed Wonder Pick event this week with an EV promo.
But does it have a Sylveon EX in it? I don't think so.
It does.
I still need one.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it does. I'm looking at it right now.
Actually, I need two because I have 0.
There is a Sylveon EX rare pick.
From what I've seen, it might have all the EXs in one pick.
Oh,
would be really good.
Oh, please.
That's how it works. Because usually it's only like 2 good things and then a bunch of like regular things. I need the Leafeon EX. I need a second one of those for the deck.
I don't know that I have any of those either. Maybe. No, I have one. I have one from the old set, I think.
Yeah, but that's happening. The little hollow EVs are going to be in like the free picks, so that should be fun.
Yeah,
cute.
That's so cool.
And also in the TCG Pocket world, they have announced that the trading update is finally happening with the release of the next update, which is
Yay!
29. Starting Thursday, Friday, the 25th, depending on your time zone. You won't be able to trade anymore because they don't want people to have trades going for tokens when tokens won't be available anymore starting Tuesday night.
Yay! So, thank you for making the game better.
I mean, it's just removing a currency, but
I'm
down with that.
Yeah. This is... I'm so surprised with the way that this works that TCG Live doesn't work differently. Where I fully expected on TCG Live to be able to pay for some kind of credit so that I could just go buy and craft cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
They never and
they just we just have 3 currencies for what. Well, they knocked it down to 2 because they realized they cut one because they realized what they were doing wasn't conducive to what they wanted to do, I guess.
They were making a microtransaction game without microtransactions. It was weird.
They made a yeah, you're exactly correct. That is exactly what they did. And yeah, I don't know. They had the same thing though in TCG Pocket, which is a game with microtransactions. So yeah, joy. All right, in a couple things. First, Puckle's Badge Bonanza for July is the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. It's the Game Boy, I believe, not the Game Boy Color, but it could.
No, I think it's
had
the Game
color.
Boy Color.
No, because the cartridge didn't have just the color only thing on it, so I don't think it's just for the Game Boy Color.
Oh, maybe it didn't have that bump, did it?
It didn't have the bump.
I always thought it had to be color.
No, it didn't have the bump.
No,
nobody played it on not a Game Boy Color because it had the card pop feature.
Because back when it was on the 3DS, it had color, didn't it? And all the other games never had color. They only had black and white. It was so dumb. Why did they do it just for that? I don't.
I thought I had it on my shelf behind me, but I don't. But it was. It does not have the bump. It does not have the bump.
I remember it was a black cartridge, though.
Yeah, it was a black cartridge. It does not have the bump, though. I think you could play it on an original Game Boy. Nobody did because you couldn't card pop then. You needed the IR sensor.
The box says Game Boy Color.
Really?
On Cerebi. Yeah.
Interesting. Man,
I'm baffled by this because I don't remember the bump.
No, there is no bump. There isn't.
I'm so confused now.
Yeah.
Everything's a lie.
The box does say Game Boy Color. Was it for the Game Boy Color only though? Now I need to know. I just wonder if they like put it there, but you could play it on the original Game Boy. I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe they like something changed like during production.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm looking for this now. Man, I am so confused. I'm so confused.
I was like, oh, it has to be Game Boy Color because it had color on 3DS and no games got color on 3DS. They made everything black and white if it only came out for the Game Boy. So obviously,
which I always disliked because
it was awful that there wasn't an option. I don't know why they didn't have a Game Boy
was an
Color
option. I thought there was an option.
No, there is no
for the
option.
Pokemon games. For the Pokemon games, I thought there was.
No, you can't do it. Like you can't have that cool thing where every town is its own color.
Yeah. Oh, you can only change the palette. You can only change the palette, I think.
Yeah.
It can also be played on the original Game Boy.
Okay.
There we go.
Weird. Very weird.
Yeah, it can be played. It was because it came out in 2000, so I think at that point they just kind of ditched the Game Boy nomenclature and just went full Game Boy Color on all the packaging.
Gotcha.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I knew it didn't have the bump. I'm like, it didn't have the bump. It definitely could have been played on original Game Boy. It had to have
I was
been.
just baffled by the box that says Game Boy Color.
Yeah. It was a weird time to be a Game Boy game. But finally, in Wochien's News Corner, news brought to you at a snail's pace, news that makes us all feel old now, I guess. Because I covered this 10 years ago. I definitely covered this 10 years ago. 10 years ago this week, there was a massive sale on the Global Link where all items were 50% off. Nobody knows what the Global Link is. Nobody knows what this is.
Miles. You had to spend Miles.
All items were 50% off Miles, which everybody definitely knows what that is. And they allowed you to buy ability capsules. The Boston Open was announced for Worlds. They used to have opens at Worlds. They stopped doing that. That was actually recent. They kind of stopped that like after a couple of years. Only a couple of years ago.
Stopped it like right before COVID.
It was
just because it was getting too big.
They did something I guess it wasn't an open, but they did something a couple years ago when Worlds was in Japan. Because people were really upset about the lines and stuff because they couldn't get into that tournament. The Circle of Legends competition, Legends only rotation battles took place. And most importantly, Mewtwo was added as a playable character to the Japanese only dancing Pokemon Band app that definitely got shut down like within 6 months. But yeah, it was, man, all of that Global Link. Nobody remembers Global Link. What a terrible thing that to exist. Global Link was such a terrible thing.
Did you see the image of the Mewtwo though?
I did not see the image of the Mewtwo. Oh, I will pull it up.
With the Halucha dancing behind it. It's beautiful.
I will pull it up. Let me. What it was Mewtwo? You said Mewtwo.
Yeah, there's a Mewtwo with two Halucha.
I see the picture. I see the picture. I'm gonna try to get it on the screen. But
I just don't know. I don't know.
open that image in a new... Oh, I tried to open the image in a new window. It did not take me there. So unfortunately for the rest of you, you're just stuck seeing it in a very small screen. But yeah, there's a Mewtwo with Hot Lucius dancing behind it. Nutsos. But yeah,
it would have been funnier if they had been Sharpedos, but okay.
Yeah, that has been our news today. What a ridiculous battle. The Wo-Chien news corner is getting me, man.
The fact that ability capsules existed 10 years ago.
I don't like
blowing my mind.
I don't like that. I remember when that was a big deal.
Neither. Yeah.
I thought ability capsules were added in Sun and Moon, so I was surprised when writing this.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to be it for the it's ability patches that were added later. That's the thing we're thinking about.
Yeah, those were galore.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening to the news. We have some stuff to talk about in the topic today, so we're going to kick it on over to our topic. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is Pokemon we think need mega evolutions, and we're particularly focusing on Pokemon from generations 5 and onward because those are the generations that haven't received megas. And I think there's a chance that we get some newer stuff, depending on whether or not they get megas. I think that will be the only reason we get them, much in the same way that, like, for Pokemon Legends Arceus, we only got Pokemon past Gen 4 if they had a regional. Right. If you look at the Pokemon that were there past Gen 4, Goodra, Avalugg, Basculin, and I think there was
Braviary.
One more. Braviary, Basculin. Man, I'm there's gonna be one. Goodra, and there has to be another one, right? Zoroark. That's the one I'm forgetting. Yep. Yeah. The only reason they were there was because they didn't have megas. Or because they had regionals. They didn't have megas either.
They didn't have megas either.
Yeah. So sad. All right. So I want to, I guess we'll just, this won't be a top 5, bottom 5, because I think that is not conducive to this conversation. But I think getting together a list of Pokemon that I think are very good candidates for post Gen 4 evolutions, and we just kind of have a good time talking about it, going back and forth. I'm going to go first. I have a Gen 5 Pokemon that I think, it's just one of my favorites. And I think, honestly, I don't think megas are about making, are so much about making a useful Pokemon, or making a worthless Pokemon more useful. Granted, that can happen. Like looking at Sableye.
Beedrill exists.
Sableye and Beedrill were both fantastic, right?
Mawile.
Yeah, Mawile. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that benefited from Mega Evolution that wouldn't have benefited otherwise. But we also just got things like Mega Charizard. We got, Mega Metagross. We didn't need that. Come on.
No,
but
we didn't help. I still have flashbacks about it.
But a Mega Pokemon that we don't need, but Thatch desperately wants, is Mega Crocodile. I think Crocodile is just a cool Pokemon. I think that giving Crocodile is like a new mega where, I don't know, having Intimidate and then switching to something like Sheer Force or Moxie just kind of makes sense to me as an ability, as a competitive Pokemon. And they've also they spent a disproportionate amount of time showing off Sandile in this game, by the way, in the trailers. So where
it's just swimming. Yeah.
It's just there. It's just hanging out.
I noticed him.
He's just there all the time in every trailer. It's fine. And I really I love Crocodile. He is one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon, and one that's probably because there isn't an equivalent Pokemon that it was copying like a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon were. But it is also Ground Dark is a really cool typing, and it's still the only Pokemon that has it. Which is crazy to me.
No, it isn't.
Wait, what other Ground Dark? Is there a legendary that I forgot? Tinglu. Yep.
Tinglu.
Yep. As soon as I was like, is there a legendary I forgot? Oh yeah, Tinglu. I forgot Tinglu.
Yeah.
So I still don't care. It doesn't matter. Ground type's a cool typing. And I think that Crocodile deserves a mega. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it gets, but it's also in that base stat range where like getting a mega doesn't break it. You know what I mean? Its base stat totals 500, and typically you get about 100 points when you mega evolve. So I could see some of that going into attack, a little bit more of it going into speed, and you just kind of have a good time with that. Obviously, the defenses probably get bulked up a little bit as well, but it's a very fair round or well-rounded Pokemon as is. On the alternative side, I could see them just like completely switching it from a physical attacker to a special attacker, which would be really cool. Because there's plenty of special ground moves and stuff like that. But I could see something like that happening.
A lot of them. I remember it getting a lot of them because it had them in Dynamax Adventure, I think.
It does. It gets a lot of them. It gets Mudshot, it gets Snarl. I think he gets access to Dark Pulse,
I thought he had Earth Power somewhere,
I believe he gets Earth Power. Yeah, he does get Earth Power. He does. Earth Power, Sludge Bomb. Wouldn't it be so cool to like sludge? It's pretty much Nidoking, right? But but Crocodile. You go from Intimidate to Sheer Force. It sounds really fun. I'm all here for it. Thatch is here for it. That's my nominate, or not a nomination, but that's my suggestion. I think it's really cool. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good candidate in terms of just like coolness factor. If we were to get a new mega of something that is a little off the wall, I think this would be the one I have. Regardless, I'll probably still catch a Crocodile in this game. So because it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Do either of you have something that you think is interesting that could be good?
This is the obvious answer. I was joking with Seth about it on Twitter the other day, but Mega Whimsicott. But hear me out.
Hearing.
You make it do a different thing than it usually does.
Okay.
You make it become bulky, slower. It loses Prankster, gains something like Fur Coat or Fluffy.
It's cotton ball. It's just a cotton ball.
Yeah. It's just a huge mass of fluff. Like the fluff goes off screen like a little executor's head.
Perfect.
And it becomes like a physically bulky monster.
I love it. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't do that. I think that's really cool to do Mega Whimsicott. Actually,
it's fun.
No, it's really cool. I think making it defensive is also already kind of in its wheelhouse a little bit because I think it gets Cotton.
It does get Prankster Cotton Guard, which is how I beat the Elite Four.
It gets Cotton Guard. Yeah. So for those of you at home who are unaware of Cotton Guard as a move, because who uses that? It raises your defense by 3 stages.
Whimsicott does. Only Whimsicott uses it,
and only Whimsicott. Double uses it. Double used it with Body Press and Gen 8.
Double is gone now. We don't talk about Double.
Double doesn't exist. It's not a Pokemon.
Exactly.
There is no double. There is no double in Bossing Say. That is where we're at. There is no double.
Only Hops Double exists now.
Only Hops Double, which sees very little play, by the way.
The last of its kind.
It is the last of its kind.
It doesn't see any play. It sees we thought it was going to see more play. It does not see that much play.
Turns out Monkey Dories are too valuable to get off the bench.
Monkey Dory, and then just the existence of Prime Catcher too. I think it alleviates the need for something like Hops Double, but that's fine. Okay, sorry, that's a TCG conversation. Shouldn't have jumped into it. All right, I know. I think, dude, a Whimsicott that just is big, and I think it has to be fluffy so that it gets even weaker to fire types.
Yeah, but then it does give it 2 4-time weaknesses because it already has poison.
I don't think the point is to make it good. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the point's to make it good.
You are correct.
Especially if you dump 80 of those 100 points into defense or something crazy, and you make it a defensive monster.
You have to take off at least 20 from speed.
Oh, for sure.
It's 116 speed, and you want it to be significantly slower.
Oh, with so much cotton, you could bulk up the defense very high. I think maybe you could do both defenses even. And the way you break through it is it's got those 2 times 4 weaknesses, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's how you break through it. I think if you were to boost both defenses or even just one to an extremely high level, it makes sense to go ahead and give it Fluffy.
Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday, and it was like a lot of defense, tiny bit of special defense, significant increase, like at least 20 or 30 points in special attack, like you go around 100 or slightly over 100. So it becomes a little bit of a tank, but without going overboard with it. And as you said, it has easy ways to kill it if you don't raise the special defense too much and leave the weaknesses it has.
The way I kind of see it is it becoming like the Mega Whimsicott is almost a Toxapex, right? Because it's like it's got so much fluff.
Yeah, so but not fluff. Like, maybe you give it I don't know, tangling hair or some other ability
that can work. Yeah. I forget that's an ability that nobody has.
Yeah.
I forgot cotton down was an ability.
Yeah. There are plenty of abilities that would thematically fit with it.
Yeah.
I've never seen an Eldegoss on the field. I'm gonna be real honest.
Yeah.
This concept could just work for Mega Eldegoss. Well, actually, no, because Whimsicott collects a lot of the fluff, more so than it makes it, right? Or am I misremembering?
I think that is its own fluff. Actually.
That's its own fluff.
It just keeps producing it and leaving it all around the place.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Eldegoss doesn't get a lot of fluff because it's more like a dandelion, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Makes sense. What about you, Sigma? You got something?
So I was going to argue for Electros, but I don't know how you do a Mega Electros without losing its identity of a levitating electric type. So I want to say Darmanitan so we can give it Guerrilla Tactics.
Give regular Darmanitan Guerrilla Tactics.
Make it a Fire Psychic maybe so it can think of Zen mode too, but I just want it to have Guerrilla Tactics.
That would be interesting actually. Giving it Guerrilla Tactics as a Mega sounds kind of fun, actually. The problem with
it would be a unique style, right?
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is its base stats are already like 540, and then we're just
it's 480.
Oh, it's 480. I was looking at Zen mode. Zen mode is 540.
Oh, which
480 is much more reasonable. 480 is very reasonable.
We can work with 480. It has like no defenses. And if you're giving it Guerrilla Tactics, I don't think you have to give it attack.
I don't think you give it much attack. I think you give it like maybe 10 points in attack or something when it megas.
Make it around 150.
Yeah.
And then you can just give it to like defenses and maybe a little speed. Make it faster than a Charizard. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm asking.
And then those of you at home are going to be like, but what about Galarian Darmanitan? What can it Mega Evolve? And the answer is going to be no. That's a no for me. Because
depends on what they do with Slowbro. We'll find out.
I guarantee you Slowbro comes in. One Galarian Slowbro will not be in Pokemon Legends Z Day. It won't be there. It will be in it'll just be regular Slowbro. Regular Slowbro will be able to Mega Evolve, and when we get to Champions, they're only gonna let regular Slowbro Mega Evolve because they're gonna have like some text or something that says this only allows like regular Slowbro. Like they won't say regular Slowbro, but it will say only regular Slowbro can use the Mega Stone or something like that.
Only Slowbro from Kanto.
Yeah, only Slowbro from Kanto. Yeah, or Slowbro originally discovered in the Kanto region can do this, right? Instead of Slowpoke from the Galar region or whatever. I'm still really upset with the way it evolves, by the way. I don't like the way they've done a lot of evolutions for regionals in the past, like, little while. Maybe all the time. Like, I'm still kind of bummed that Alolan Sandshrew needs an Ice Stone instead of just leveling up at evolving at level 28.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just this is a Thatch problem.
For Galarian Slowking, like that's an improvement.
Yeah, I just don't like having to like go find it. I don't know. I feel like the more evolution items that exist, the more frustrating it is after we've just come from Gen 8 that did this wonderful retconning of certain evolutions, specifically the like location based. Like the location-based evolutions, I think they've done a great job.
As they introduced Galarian Yamask, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, Galarian Yamask is a dirty one. That's a dirty one.
It's like, let's make everything easier. Okay, but we created this Galarian Yamask over here. It's like, fine.
That one's terrible. That one's terrible. But I don't think we'll get like. I think Mega Darmanitan makes sense, though. I would be here for it. Give it Guerrilla Tactics. Just let it do its thing. let it do its thing, and I guess just get bigger. I don't know. How's it going to overpower itself?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Interesting thoughts. Stands on its hind legs like a regular gorilla.
Like I said, you just make it a little bit more psychic so you can look at Zen mode a little more.
Well, you could add psychic type to it too. You could add psychic to it.
That was my thought. You add psychic type to the physical form.
You know what? It could be interesting instead of Guerrilla Tactics as a completely different ability that it's not, instead of like bumping your attack like Guerrilla Tactics does, it's like choice specs and it mega evolves essentially into like a Zen mode thing.
That could be interesting too.
So that Zen mode can finally become useful.
Darmanitite X and Darmanitite Y. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. I think if Darmanitan could be useful, I think that would be a good way to do it. To make Darmanitan useful.
I mean, I guess with this game it would be Darmanitite Z and Darmanitite A, but same difference.
All right. So I guess we all just chose Gen 5 Pokemon, and I assume all of us that just have like a Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9 type thing going in our head. Okay. So we're gonna keep that train rolling, and we're gonna go to Gen 6. I think this is honestly just like Thatch picking his favorite Pokemon. I'm going to be honest with you. Same energy as Crooked.
I'm not going to deny that I'm kind of doing a similar thing.
Dene. I think I feel like Mega Aegislash is too basic and shouldn't happen. But I think Heliolisk is a great Pokemon. That was
going to be my pick.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes. I think Heliolisk is really good. I like again, we're choosing these Pokemon that have like a 480-ish base stat, low 500s, which I think makes sense. And
something
I think
that's less likely to get a regular evolution. Less likely.
I just think that Heliolisk is such a cool Pokemon. I remember during the release cycle of Gen 6 or the reveal cycle, they revealed Helioptile first, and it's such a cool looking Pokemon. I think Heliolisk isn't as cool looking as Helioptile, but it's still cool.
It is, but it opens the trail.
It is. Yeah, I do agree with that. And yeah, I don't know. I think you just make it more special attack. Maybe gives, instead of solar power. Well, I don't know if I wanted to mega evolve into solar power, but
my idea was to lean more into the Basilisk running on water thing, which is the reason it has surf. And so maybe you make it lean more into it being, I don't know, a hovercraft or a laser sail. I don't know, something stupid like that. But if you think about it, it has a sail, it could be a solar sail, something like that. There are ideas there that they could work with.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of cool. It's just a cool Pokemon that just needs a little bit of something else.
Very cool.
Like how Ampharos gets to become a dragon type, I think this could also become a dragon type. It has the move pool to support it as well.
It does, but it's so cool that it's a normal electric type.
That's true. But I still think it'd be cool to give it dragon as a mega.
Does it get hyper voice?
It does get hyper voice. It does get hyper voice. Give it the ability, the Electrize or whatever they call it. The Electrate ability, like the Pixelate and the Aerialate. Galvanize. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Galvanize.
Because it doesn't end in an 8 like everything else.
Yeah. But I think that could work. But I just think it's a cool Pokemon. I don't know. Just picking my favorites. It's called the Generator Pokemon. Wow, that's a good classification.
Oh.
All right, Sigma. I guess it's your Gen 6 because Whimsicott and I just shared.
Okay. I thought someone else was going to take Talonflame, so Talonflame.
Nobody's getting. Okay, continue. I'll let you fight for it.
Two reasons. One, I would like it to have more attack than Amoonguss. And two, I would like to give it back Gen 6 Gale Wings. That's all I want from it. Okay.
Yeah.
Want a little more attack, Gen 6 Gale Wings. That's it. That's all we need.
That is fair. I think now the meta can handle it.
I think so too.
I didn't realize it was $4.99 BST. Good for
it is $4.99. I would be okay with better Gale Wings. Like a new ability
especially
that's just
on a mega.
Gale Wings on
if you're
Mega.
Sacking
Yeah,
your Mega for it, let it have it.
just
And
let
also more
Talon.
attack than Moongus.
I want Talonflame to turn into like a stealth bomber bird, you know,
So-
or maybe like it just essentially turns into Moltres and there's actual fire flying off of it. Something like that. You know how
Like,
you balance
it's going
it
so fast that it's on fire. Oh my!
You know how you balance it from having like real Gale Wings again, and giving
Take
it an
away
attack
Roost?
boost. No, you don't take away Roost. Let it keep Roost. That's fine. You take away the flying type and you give it a different type.
Ooh,
That way it's not getting stab flying type moves, but those flying type moves are still hitting first.
a little harder and faster.
Yeah. It's fast. You take the decrease from stab, but you get the priority.
Okay,
Guaranteed.
but hear me out. Since we're giving it like a new Gale Wings ability, let's give it like a 0.1 boost instead of a 0.5 boost. How does that sound?
Maybe
Just a small boost.
I don't know. You just boost the attack and you compensate for that, right? Like you just boost the attack.
Well, I mean, we only have 100 points.
Yeah, you don't need 180 attack.
Yeah, and you don't need to put anything in speed. So
No, I would.
Yeah.
This is also true. I mean, I could see boosting speed to be. Well, I mean, you don't
Like
need to boost speed
130,
with your Gale Wings.
maybe, but your
Yeah,
Gale
130
Wings
would be a fair speed.
Mm-hmm.
I think you make it match
and then-
Greninja. You make it match or just beat Greninja in speed.
That's probably fair. Or Ash Greninja.
No, you don't make it do Ash
Make it
Greninja. Ash Greninja doesn't exist anymore.
I think it's automatically faster than Greninja.
Yeah.
Like it's naturally faster than Greninja.
What's Greninja's base speed? Was it
122.
122? Oh, I was thinking it was 130.
Oh yeah,
I must have,
Talonflame is 126. Yeah.
Ash Greninja is 132. Okay, I was mixing those up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, you can go faster than Ash Greninja. That's fair.
Sure, that's fine.
Like-
Ash Greninja is not going to exist anymore because I didn't realize
it's just
this.
Mega Greninja. It's fine.
It's going to be it'll just be Mega Greninja because I don't know if anybody I just learned this recently and I don't know if anybody's seen this, but I didn't pay attention to like the last episodes of Journeys that much outside of Ash winning the
that they
whole
retconned
thing.
it.
Yeah, I didn't realize they retconned in the anime Ash Greninja. Where because actually when he's remembering his battles against Elaine with Ash Greninja versus Mega Charizard, the flashbacks just show regular Greninja in the same scenes that Ash Greninja was in that battle.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize that. So they've like hardcore retconned Ash Greninja like out of existence. They probably realized it was going to be a problem the moment they were like, yeah, we're sunsetting Ash, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't do this. And I do think it'll just come back because I do believe like Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja will probably get megas.
They are the most likely to get megas in my opinion.
Yeah,
like
they will probably get
one.
megas. We also haven't seen any of them in the trailers so far for Pokemon Legends EA. So
Which
I
is
think
weird, and I don't believe them that they won't be there. They will be there.
Yeah, they will be there. No, they'll be there. But I think they're holding off like showing them so that we can see them, and then they go, oh, and they can Mega Evolve now.
Yeah,
I think there's a good chance they show off in the Pokemon Presents this week the starters getting megas. I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, just those three. Yeah, I
just those
that.
three.
Like those would be a great way to be like, yeah, there's new megas, and these three are like the faces of it.
Yeah.
Especially since there's a Greninja themed set coming in Japan. Like,
yep. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, good
okay.
old Ninja Spinner better be a Greninja set.
All right. Well, we're moving to Gen 7 now, guys. Because that's what we've all decided as a collective to do. So what Pokemon that is not Togedemaru deserves a Mega from Generation 7? The answer, well, I could be Thatch and like choose Crabominable, but I don't think that's a good one, honestly.
Like, that's the Thatch pick.
That's the Thatch pick. That's the Thatch pick is Crabominable, but it doesn't feel good like doing it because I don't want him to get anything so that people can complain about him more, even though he's a just fine Pokemon. Okay. He's a perfectly reasonable Pokemon. I think it would be really cool to get a pair out of Oranguru and Passimian, though. I think that would be really cool. Like you Mega Evolve those guys. Passimian like evolves from, the center, like hiking the football, to maybe the quarterback, where it's like actively going to throw the ball. You could give it just like better defenses, and that's probably fine. A little bit more speed, some attack. I mean, its stats are like right on the border of being good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Its stats are right on the border. It could be so good one day.
Passimian suffers from being a fighting type in a game with Urshifu.
Yes, that's true.
We kind of need to just remove Urshifu, and it becomes an okay Pokemon.
Well, no, it would be fine, because I imagine the next season after this for VGC would just not allow Urshifu.
I would hope so. I would hope so. We've seen enough.
Yeah.
Of it. It can take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think it would be really cool to see Passimian. I think Passimian would be absolutely awesome, and just let it be a better fighting type. Like I'm thinking like this is on par with Gigantamax Machamp. The thing that nobody asked for but we got anyway. Is just Passimian, and maybe give it like a useful ability that's not receiver. You could give it literally anything else. Like. Let moves that where it throws things become better, or I don't know. Give it combat tactics. Or guerrilla tactics. Give it guerrilla tactics.
I mean, it's a lemur, not a gorilla, but it still fits pretty well.
It's fine. They're monkeys. It's close enough, probably.
Monkeys, apes, whatever.
If they gave guerrilla tactics to Hitmonchan, I wouldn't be upset.
I don't think lemurs are monkeys or apes. Actually, I might be wrong.
Really?
I think
really.
I think there's something else.
This is important. This is important to find out now.
Okay. Do that, because I might be very, very wrong.
Are lemurs monkeys? Lemurs are primates. So that's something that at least gets us halfway there.
It's close.
I don't know if it's a monkey. That they did evolve independently from monkeys and apes.
There you go.
So there you go. Lemurs are not monkeys or apes. They are their own thing. They are lemurs. There you go, Zaboomafoo. There you go. But yeah, what do you guys have for Gen 7? Anything fun, interesting? Oh man, I missed one. That would have been a good one. Okay, I'll give my honorable mention at the end if you guys don't say it.
Okay. I wanted to raise up one of the many, many, many cool and worthy grass types that Gen 7 has to offer.
Okay.
But then I thought, Linian isn't here, and I gotta work for both of us, and I'm gonna say Meteor. And
okay, continue.
Look, I have an idea. I have a cool idea about Meteor. What you do is you take the core form.
Yes.
You make it even more of a glass cannon, and you make it fire type, and you give it an ability that works like Aerolate or Pixelate.
Okay.
You call it Ignite or something like that, and it turns normal type moves into fire type moves.
Okay.
And pretty much the only normal type
fiery
moves.
Explosion. Okay.
Exactly. The only normal type moves that Meteor gets are self-damaging moves like Explosion, Double Edge, or Takedown.
It actually gets Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. It does also get Giga Impact.
Exactly.
And Hyper Beam.
It's Meteor as it falls through the atmosphere and is on fire. And it's this it's destroying itself, but it's also gonna destroy you, but it's frail, so it's not too broken.
That's
we could call
funny.
the ability Incinerate, by the way.
Yeah,
Incinerate.
I know the same thing.
That is a move. That is a move.
It might have been
That's why
move, but
no, it's not removed. No, we're thinking Inferno. No, Incinerate is a move.
It's the one that burns up your berry, right?
Yeah, it's what a useless move. Fuecoco gets it, and so is Gouging Fire. So I'm gonna say probably still exists.
I googled a few cool synonyms, and Enkindle was one of them.
Enkindle, okay.
Pretty
Enkindleize.
Cool
Enkindleize.
No. Enkindle is already a word that means infusing with fire.
No, enkindleize.
Don't make up words.
I can do whatever I want.
The others are not made up words.
I'm the Pokemon company. Pixelate made up. Like, it's fine. Aerialate?
I don't think it is.
Aerialate's a real word. Aerialate.
Things can be pixelated.
And so is galvanized.
Things can be pixelated.
Things can be aerialated. Things can be aerialated.
Yes.
No, give me the dictionary. I'm going to go find a dictionary right now.
I think all of those words mean infuse with X element, like with air, with electricity, or pixels are not an element, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm going to look up the word aerialate and see if it actually comes up for anything but Pokemon. It only comes up for Pokemon. This is not a word. There is no word in the English language for aerialate.
Really?
Yes. Aerialate is only the Pokemon ability in the English dictionary. Like, if you look it up.
That's sad.
So they made it up. They made it up. There is Arilate, like ARILAAT, which is for botany, which describes a seed that has aril, or whatever. It's fine.
They took a different spelling, like imposter.
I'm just throwing out there that Thatch is not crazy, and that is not a real word. It's not a real word. They made up words. Thatch can make up words. Enkindleize. Done. Enkindlate? We can do enkindlate. If it makes you feel better,
Oh gosh. Okay. Whatever.
I brought us back. It's fine.
I will stop trying to school you on a language that is not even my own. That's probably for the best. Anyway, fire type Meteor.
Fire type Meteor. That's fair. What do you have, Sigma?
So I was looking at Lycanroc, but that's a lot of work adding a type to each of the three.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's too much work.
I'm sure someone in the emails next week can figure that out for us.
Or you do like a Gigantamax Applin type deal.
No,
right?
we don't do that. Lycanroc's cool enough to not need that. But what I'm thinking is we just give Vikavolt a speed boost, Mega.
We give who?
Vikavolt.
Vikavolt. Yeah.
Let's give him a Mega that gives him speed boost.
It Mega evolves into just the same thing, but it has speed boost now.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm okay with that.
It's the same thing.
We have any issue?
It's the same
fast.
thing.
You know what? It deserves speed boost. It doesn't even need that much speed if we're giving it speed boost.
I think we just give it. We dump something like we give it base 100 speed. Just dump most of that into speed. And then
sure. I don't need to do much work
somewhere
on it.
else.
I just want it to go fast. I mean, we could just make it Blaziken level speeds. We can go up to like 75 and be happy.
That's fine. 80? 80? I like 80.
80. Like speed boost goes a long way.
Yeah, I like that.
Just give it like a little bit more special attack and some defenses and we're good. Maybe
I'm here for it.
A couple attack. Vikavolt's cool. Let's just make it scary.
Sounds fun.
Simple stuff.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. I'm not against it. It's a railgun. Railguns are cool. Okay, my honorable mention that I should have talked about was Delmise. I feel like Delmise has potential. But okay, moving on. We're in Gen 8 now. Pokemon that need Megas in Gen 8. A lot of them got Gigantamax forms, which I think kind of disqualifies them almost, but
yeah. I agree.
But
like it's what the Mega would have been.
Yeah, right.
Sort of.
What if we just let Bolton hold Magnetite? And
okay, so I was gonna nominate Bolton only because I want more parallels to be drawn between Bolton and Manectric than ever should exist. I want to nullify the Game Freak argument that we specifically chose 400 Pokemon that were distinct and fit in the region, and then we got the same electric dog twice. Okay. I want Mega Bolton, and I want to just be spikier. You know,
look at Paldea. They have like 5 dogs, and none of them are electric.
None of them are electric. That's so true, though. They were all different. They were actually really cool dogs. I'm not going to lie. Paldea's dogs, very cool.
We ended up with 2 fairies eventually, but
yeah,
didn't start that
it's
way.
fine. That's fine. I mean, we got Mabostiff and Houndoom in that region, but that's still fine. Houndoom's cool. Houndoom gets a pass.
That's acceptable. They're different. They're
different.
One's a physical attacker, one's special attacker. It's fine.
Yeah. No, and Manectric and Boltund are the same Pokemon. I can't tell you otherwise. I don't know what the difference is between the two.
One is cuter.
Boltund is definitely cuter than a Manectric. I do agree with that. But I do think we need Mega Boltund. I think Mega Boltund, kind of in the same vein of like Mega Houndoom, just make it bigger and cool. Maybe, oh my gosh, you know how much it would upset the Luxray fans if we made this the electric dark type? I think that would be, do it, Game Freak. Make this the electric dark type, Mega Boltund. It just goes full on like dark emo dog.
Just make it Mabostiff with Boltund's coloration.
But I mean, it gets dark type attacks. It does get also fairy type attacks. So you could maybe even argue like an electric fairy, even if you gave it another type. I mean, its move pool is the opposite of deep. So
it has fang moves, but it's a special attacker. So I don't know.
It doesn't even have good fang moves. It doesn't have all the fang moves. It only has Thunder Fang and Fire Fang.
What is this?
It only has Thunder Fang and Fire Fang. It doesn't get Ice Fang. Literally its move. Its move pool is fairy moves, dark moves, electric moves, normal moves, and then Fire Fang. And I think it gets Psychic Fangs. It does get Psychic Fangs, I think. But yeah, it's also a special attacker. Yes, it is also a special attacker. Oh no, it's mixed. It's mixed. It's 90. It's 90 each.
Yeah, but it has competitive, so you'd rather have it like out at the beginning, so it gets a +2, and then you mega it.
Yeah, I think you move to Boltund, you give it competitive, and then it mega evolves with Strong Jaw or something. Like, just do it.
You know what Manectric has? Flamethrower. You know what Boltund doesn't have?
Flamethrower. Good moves. It does get Flame Charge. Like, it gets that. That's something. With its base 121 speed. That's something. So, I don't know. I think Boltund is a Gen 8 Pokemon that deserves a little bit of love. And it's not Stonjourner. So, all right. What do you guys got? You guys got anything else from Gen 8 that you think would be would be neat? Okay, go for it.
Yep. So, Poltegeist.
Poltegeist? Okay, continue. I'm listening.
Poltegeist, I was thinking you go from the teacup to the teapot. The next step would be an entire tray, a tea set. But then I thought you should add some cakes. And, Milcery and Alchemy are in the same gen. But I thought, and I realized, so you usually put cream or milk in tea. Poltegeist is a ghost type, and ghost types possess stuff and control stuff. Okay. So Mega Poltegeist would have an army of tiny possessed Milceries or stuff like that. It would be an evil milk tea.
Okay. Okay. What if it just became? What if it just became bubble tea? What if it's just bubble tea? But
then it loses. Maybe you can make the other one bubble tea, the Paldean one,
Sinistcha. Yeah.
Different cultures. So this one needs to have crumpets.
Okay.
Not tapioca bubbles. And you raise its defenses because it is always surrounded by a layer of revolving, spinning Milceries and Alchemies in tiny cake plates. It has the saucer, the dishes, and spoons and stuff like that, and it's using Poltergeist on all of this stuff to give itself a barrier against its enemies. So it has a slightly higher defenses. Might gain a steel type, might not, or a rock type. We don't have a rock ghost type. I don't think.
No.
It could be the first one. It could be the first one. But regardless, that is my idea. A possessed tea set with milk, which is just a bunch of kidnapped Milceries and Alchemies.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's very weird.
I'm sure somebody who's not me is much more excited. What about you, Sigma? What do you got for Gen 8?
Okay, so the joke answer is definitely Duraludon, but the honest answer is probably Kleavor because, you know.
Like
Scizor has one. Yeah, Scizor has one. Kleavor probably deserves
that
one
makes
too.
sense. I think we should give Kleavor one. Also, I think Kleavor's like a really easy shoe-in for that too. I think it would actually be a really cool way to like reintroduce Kleavor to the main game. Like I'm still so frustrated about Blueberry Academy.
I want to normalize Kleavor being available.
So normalize Kleavor's availability. Yeah. Let's just normalize Kleavor's availability. You're in Lumio City. They're like, hey, we've got imported a bunch of these weird rocks and you can evolve your Scyther with them and you get Kleavor.
Yeah, just normalize Kleavor's availability.
I do have that question because we do know like Scyther is going to be in the game because Scizor will be in the game. So will Kleavor be available in PLZA? Because
just like all the evolutions are in every game. Will Kleavor be there?
BDSP?
Okay, Sylveon did not show up.
Sylveon did not show up in BDSP, but I do think that in PLZA you should be able to get every Pokemon's like evolution path somehow. To be fair, though, they did not give us that evolution path in Gen 9, right? Like we don't have the evolution path for Scyther to evolve into Kleavor.
But yeah. I mean, they eventually added him, but yeah.
They added Kleavor. You can catch Kleavor, but you can't evolve a Scyther into Kleavor. It's so frustrating. I don't know why we have to play this game, Game Freak. Why are we doing this?
It's like, strange.
I genuinely think part of it is just so they can kind of keep forcing PLA sales and be like, hey, if you want your Scyther that you bred to evolve into a Kleavor, you got to send it to PLA. You got to send it to Pokemon Legends Arceus. And
Amorous already does that, like as a Pokemon exclusive to that game.
Yeah, it's very weird to me that they're doing that with this and Weird Year. I don't understand. The thing is that you could pull a Weird Year Stantler situation, kind of like the Lapras over the years. So I don't know if you, I imagine you're super fans, so you might know this, but maybe not the fans. But over the years, Lapras has had Pokedex entries talking about how scarce it's been and how it's like near extinction. And then eventually they came back and they're like, they're so abundant now, they're everywhere.
We saved the Lapras.
And I'm kind of hoping we get something like that with Stantler, where it's just like they used to, because right now there's like they used to be able to evolve, and then they're just like they learned how to evolve again, guys. I think that would be really neat.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping for it. Fingers crossed. I do think by like Gen 10 we'll probably have some path forward for a lot of those Pokemon, specifically Ursaluna.
Like an Empress is what I expect to stay there for a little longer, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think everything else should be available outside.
All right. So now we have Gen 9, and I think Gen 9 has a lot of cool and interesting candidates that could be a lot of fun to do it with. Like
there
Gen
are a lot
9,
of Pokemon that are like, we could give it a little boost and it could be real fun.
Yeah, my first option for this is Skull Villain. I think Skull Villain is like close to being good, but like it's not good yet. You know, I wanted to gain a third head. I wanted to gain a third head that is a yellow pepper at the same time. But
and it has Galvanize, obviously.
It has Galvanize as its ability, so you can have a fire, electric, grass Pokemon. Galvanize, which is a real word in the English language, unlike Aerialate. But I think it would be really cool just to make it better. I don't know. You make it bigger, you make it scarier, you make the peppers bigger or something. I don't know exactly what you do design wise, but I think as a Pokemon being at 480, man, I'm so happy we've just been picking like these 480 Pokemon base stat total Pokemon. But I think it would be really good to like actually flesh out either its special attack or its attack. You make it a little bit faster and then it can do a thing, you know?
I very much recognize that if you were to try to give a Mega to Volcarona, the game would probably collapse in on itself. So
yes, absolutely. I think this is the Pokemon. I think this is the Pokemon though. Like it gets Flamethrower, it gets Energy Ball. I think just flesh out its special attack, make it a really cool Pokemon. that's more about peppers. I don't know how you do it exactly. It just mega evolves into jalapeno. I don't know exactly what you do, but I think as a Pokemon, if we're talking about Pokemon that deserve a mega evolution from Gen 9, I think Skullvillain is such a cool Pokemon that has opportunity that has kind of been squandered.
Even if it didn't get a mega, I could see it getting an evolution in the future too.
Yes, I think so.
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been Thatch's soapbox. What else do we got? Anything interesting that you guys can think of?
Yes. So remember how Sableye Mega didn't change at all? It just got a bigger gem.
Yes. I mean, it gets a little bit different. I think the ears get spikier or something, but
maybe. And you know, like the construct in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you turn Tinkaton's hammer into a construct that it rides. And
Tinkaton could be fun.
You make Mecha Mega Tinkaton, you give it Steel Worker.
No, you don't give it Steel Worker. No.
Too much?
That's too much. You'll break it. You're gonna ruin Tinkaton. That's like
anyway,
you made it Mega Mawile. By giving it Steel Worker, you made it Mega Mawile. Like
I mean, only for one move that it can only use like one turn out of 2. So
it can learn other moves though, like other than Gigaton Hammer.
They're not as broken as Gigaton Hammer. You don't raise the attack too much. It only has 75 attack.
I know
it's a very sad attack stat.
It is a depressing attack stat.
I remember when the DLC
you
came
make
out.
You make it like 95, maybe. no more than that. So yeah, that is my concept. Tinkaton riding Mecha Hammer.
So this is a complete aside. It has nothing to do with Mega Tinkaton, but I think it would be really cool if we got a lot of regional Tinkatons where they build their hammers out of different things. Based on the region, because like these ones are just like, yeah, they do this to Skarmory and Corviknight. And I mean, I want one where it's like a fairy grass Tinkaton and it like builds it out of Trevenants or something.
Oh, I love that. You know that like when it's shiny, the only thing that changes is the hammer. So
yeah,
it could be the same concept. I love that.
I think that'd be a cute concept for like a regional Tinkaton. It destroys trees and it just made hammers out of it, you know, or an axe or something stupid, you know. I think that would be really cool.
It could be, you could make it rock type. You could make it whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, rock. I didn't even think about ice. You could do ice.
Ice. Yes.
Oh man, that would be so cool. That's such a good idea. Wow. Pokemon, take notes. Write this down.
I mean, they should just hire us at this point.
They don't even need to hire me. If they could just do it, I would be okay. They could just do it. I would take that as a win.
You have a better job than I do, so
that's true. They can hire you. They can hire you. Hire you. All right, Sigma. What is your final Gen 9 pick?
So the anime, I think, makes this a little even more likelier. Armorers and Cyrilege.
Oh, that has to happen. Yeah, I think that has to happen, right?
I remember being disappointed that they didn't get Sharpness and Mega Launcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're correct.
Like
trying to find them. There they are.
Just got a Charcadet in Japan.
Yeah,
so, I love that.
That could be her Mega.
That could
especially
be her Mega.
For the Mega Evolution season. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
That's my after that happened. It's like, oh, this feels like it should happen.
No, yes. I agree. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I think it also makes sense with the other guy who has the armor or the Cyrilege as well.
Yeah, he has the Cyrilege, and he's a kind of main character. He's a recurring character.
He's a recurring character though, but he can Mega Evolve his Cyrilege, and that would be really cool.
But I believe he, like this week's episode, I think he appears again finally after the time skip. So
and Cyrilege Mega Evolves.
Obviously. It happens after the presents, so it can happen because they showed it.
It does happen after the presents. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. I would also be really down for one game where you could evolve Charcadet into both things very, very readily. I think that would be very nice instead of having to trade the item over. If they could just give me normal evolution methods back, please just give me normal evolution methods back.
Yeah.
Like the Charcadet line is a good line for Down 9.
Yes. I think it might be my favorite.
Charcadet was a very good line. I think that's a very good line. I'm very happy with it. Maybe not
my favorite, because the other one with the worst evolution might be my favorite. Palafin.
Palafin, yeah.
Palafin is funny, yeah.
Worst evolution ever. You don't have friends? Ha ha.
All right. But yeah, I mean, we've gone through a lot of them here. I think that there's plenty more for everybody else to talk about. So send in those emails this week. Let us know what Pokemon you think deserves a Mega Evolution at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We'd really appreciate it. But with that, guys, I think that's been our topic. So we're going to kick it on over to our Poke Quiz. We'll catch you on the flip-flop.
Oh, hi, and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to Puckle's Poke Quiz, and thank you for that introduction. We're going to jump right into it. This is Professor Oak telling you that it's time to Poke Quiz, and you should submit your questions at pucklediscord.com. Just do it. Why haven't you already? Pucklediscord.com is the only place I accept questions. I do not accept them literally anywhere else. Do not DM them to me. Do not send them to me in an email. Do not text me them. I will not use them. I will forget they exist if they are not in that server. So... all right, with that out of the way, as I always have to say, because I always get questions unsolicited in different places. Our first question is your general trivia question, as always. And this first question comes to you from Small of Oil. When Extreme Speed was introduced in Generation 2, it shared the +1 priority bracket with moves such as Quick Attack. In what generation was its priority elevated to +2, like it is today?
Oh, no.
This is such a technical question. We just lost all the casual Pokemon. We just lost all the casual Pokemon fans. They're just like, whoosh, what just happened?
If anyone has a hope of knowing it, I think it's our Sigma. So I'm in the right place with the right person.
Is it? I would feel like it's Gen 4 when they did like the reworks to all the moves.
I wanted to say Gen 4 as well, because Arceus like deserves a super special move and stuff like that.
Like, I don't think it was Gen 3 where they changed it. They might have. I think it would be Gen 4 or 5 is my guess.
First instinct was to answer Gen 4. If it was yours as well.
Gen 4, yeah, because they just played with a lot of moves at that point. And it could be Gen 5 is when they added all the weird, like quick guard and stuff, and played with priorities more. But I think it's I'm okay with Gen 4.
Yeah, me too.
We're locking in Gen 4. That is unfortunately incorrect. The answer is Generation 5 is when they made that bump.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have been my next guess.
So. It was Gen 5. Yeah, that's when they did it. I don't have a reason or a story for you as to why that happened, but that's when they did it.
Like I said, they were playing with like quick guards and stuff, so they had a lot of other things that had priority. So, not surprised.
All right, your second question is your general trivia question again. And this is from Yellow Radio. What is the heaviest Pokemon that Ash has been seen carrying in the anime?
I feel like
he had to
carry Cosmoem, right? He had to have carried this Cosmoem, right?
Are we locking that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cosmoem.
I feel like I've seen the screenshots.
He carried Cosmoem.
Yeah.
He carried Cosmoem. Yeah, that's correct.
I feel.
That's correct.
Yeah. It used to be like that he had the
Larvitar.
Larvitar on his shoulder, but then you know Cosmoem.
Yeah, Larvitar. Yeah, man. All right. Well, that's 1 for 2. You made that recovery. Your next question is your Pokedex entry. The first entry, well, all these entries were selected by I Like Melon on the Discord. And the first one
melon too.
Is from the Ultra Moon Pokedex. Before it stops to think, it just starts pummeling. There are records of it turning back avalanches with a flurry of punches. Who's that Pokemon?
I feel my mind goes to Crabominable.
Same. Yeah, it's the same.
All right. We're gonna move on to the next entry then, if you're gonna lock in Crabominable.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt it's in the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon entries. So
this is from Pokemon Scarlet. This next entry.
It's in that game too. Feeling good.
The detached pincers of these Pokemon are delicious. Some trainers bring Lechonk from the mountain just to search for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Crabominable. Yep.
Yeah, it's Crabominable. That's correct. That's 2 points there. That is 3 points for 3 questions right there. Your next question is your multiple answer question. There are 7 answers. The way this is going to work is because there are 7 answers, you're eligible for, I believe, 3 points now. So for the first 2 answers, I will give you a point. For the second 2 answers, I'll give you a point. And for the last 3 answers, I'll give you another point. For a total of 3. You do have to lock in every answer. If you do not lock it in, you do not get the point. I am going to do somewhat of a time limit. You have 3 strikes and then you're out, as always. Okay. This is the way I've done it for like the past year and a half, 2 years. I don't know, forever now. I don't remember.
Just wanted to check in.
And of course, the final ruling that's going to be a little bit different is I am going to like keep track of time and push you on answering a little bit. So you have roughly like a minute of in between answers or something like that. I'm going to say roughly because I'm not going to keep very good track of time, just some track of time. All right. With all that said, your question comes from Gigasaurus Games. Last week, we talked about rock type being the most inaccurate type in the entire game. What are the 7 rock type moves that are always rock type? So not things like Terra Blast or Ivy Cudgel with 100% accuracy. What are the 7 rock type moves with 100% accuracy?
I swear to you, I wanted
lock in Accelerock.
Yeah,
Accelerock is correct. That is one.
You mentioned
Ancient
Smackdown
Power.
Last week.
Smackdown is another.
Ancient
and
Power.
I was yelling at you
Ancient Power is correct.
Power Gem. Power Gem.
Yeah, that's 4. You guys are already at 4. You're more than halfway there. So that's 2 points.
Okay, what is the name of Robot Terracion's signature move?
Oh, Mighty Cleave?
Mighty
Sounds
Cleave
right.
is the name of that. That is 5. There are 2 more.
I'm trying to it's not Stone Axe. I'm like, is it a signature move or one of them a signature move? Because those tend to get like accuracy boosts. But there also aren't very many rock types that get signature moves. Oh, Salt. Do you think Salt Cure is one of them?
Salt Cure is 100% accurate. Yes.
Okay.
Salt Cure is another one. That is 6. There is a third. There is one more move. One more move here. That is correct though. You're only missing one. You do have the hint, by the way, that you guys haven't used.
We do, but
right now you're on the final. Yeah.
We use it when the minute is up.
Yeah.
I don't believe Diamond Storm is perfect.
No, it's not accurate. 100%.
It's like 85 or something.
It can miss.
95, something like that. What other rock legends are there? Or rock Pokemon that would have signature moves, I guess.
Very difficult indeed.
I'm gonna need an answer here.
Should we use the hint?
I mean, it's gonna be a point either way, right?
Well, you can't cash it in.
No. I mean, like if we use it here or if we use it on the next question.
Maybe we know the next question by ourselves.
Yeah, we might know the next question by ourselves. We're not going to get this one.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
All right. This is a signature move, or at least was, on a rock fire type line. I think I just gave it away. Yeah.
Wait.
Rock. I think it's rock. I think it's them. Let me double check.
Is it what is it? The signature move?
You almost said it. You almost said it.
Tar shot.
Yeah,
tar shot.
But no one ever uses because it's useless.
It's useless, yeah. But tar shot is the answer.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys got all 7. That's 3 points there. So you're 6 for 4. Accelerock, Ancient Power, Mighty Cleave, Power Gem, Salt Cure, Smackdown, and Tar Shot were all the answers. So you got them all. I'm actually really impressed you got. Well, I probably could have answered most of those too. So
Mighty Cleave was the one I'm surprised we got. It's like,
yeah, Mighty Cleave. I was very shocked you got as early as you did.
That was all Sigma. I just remembered the name.
Yeah. I just remembered where it was from.
Yeah.
All right. Your last question is your base stat question, as always. And this week it comes from Speed Demon Jet. I love that person picked up the name from the Gym Leaders episode, or the Elite Four episode for the Puckle region. All right. So we're going to go ahead. This is such a deep cut that a lot of people who haven't listened to that episode might not know, but it's fine. All right. Which Pokemon with the Infiltrator ability has the highest speed?
So my first thought goes to Whimsicott.
Oh, no, wait. Dragapult also gets it.
Doesn't it does. And there's like nothing faster than Dragapult. So that's probably it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Are we locking in Dragapult?
I think
how many things have abilities that are faster than Dragapult?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just asking. I'm just asking if you're locking it in.
Like, I don't think it's Electrode, and I don't think it's Excelgor. And the rest of them I think are like Pheromosa that doesn't have an ability. So
yeah.
We're locking that in? Dragapult?
Yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. The answer is Ninjask. Ninjask has Infiltrator.
Ninjask has another ability?
What?
It's its hidden ability. And it's not Speed Boost. And Ninjask's base speed
ability other than Speed Boost. I'm shocked. Actually,
its speed is 160. Dragapult is number 2 at 142. Followed by Crobat.
Faster than Dragapult.
Followed by Crobat at 130. Followed by Noivern at 123. And in 5th, we've got Whimsicott with 116.
I'm learning a lot of Infiltrator today.
A lot of Pokemon have Infiltrator, yeah. So that does change up our standings. I gotta grab my thing over here. I need to put the graphic up.
Again.
I think you might have. The thing is, what's really like great
within 2 points of each other or something.
More people are getting closer to being in the top 4 though, which is great.
Yeah, more people are coming up from the back, but
yeah, I
passed Yushiro barely.
All right, I've added in your points. So right now, in first place is Seth Vilo, with oops, I hit the wrong button. It is Seth Vilo with 68 points. In second place, we've got Claude9 with 65 points. In third place, R Sigma with 61 points. In 4th, we've got Jushiro with 58.
He'll pass me next time he's on. Yeah.
Next time he's on, he'll leapfrog you. You guys are just going to continue to play this game.
We're just going to keep doing it. It's fine.
The next one is 5th place goes to Sublime at 43 points. Now there is a gap between the top 4 and everybody else, but the gap is achievable in a couple of episodes. In 6th place, Whimsicott with 41. In 7th place, Linian with 37. 8th place, Shark Finnegan with 32. And in 9th place, Bocephus with 25. But yeah, this is still anybody's game. We have, I think, like 4 more months until we close the ladder. So that is a bunch of points, a bunch of episodes left on the board. So with that, though, guys, I think that's our quiz. If you want more of that, tune in next week. We're very excited to give it to you. But without further ado, instead of further ado, I used to say that all the time. People will get mad.
I remember.
We're going to kick it on over to Puckle's Pokey Opinion. Welcome to Puckle's Pokey Opinion, where we grab questions from you guys that we'll answer on the show. I think this is a really fun one from Squid on the Discord server, and something that I think we could talk about. Which adult Pokemon character do you confidently think you could take in a fight? This is the question. This is very close to the question that Linian, whenever I open up the discussion during the week about what should our topic be, Linian will always in our Discord chat goes, Pokemon I think I could take in a fight. As like his joke answer to what the topic should be. But I think it's pretty close. Which Pokemon character do you think you could take in a fight? That's not a child.
So the lowest tier is the lowest tier like Professor Magnolia? Or is it actually? I think Elm is lower. I think Elm is lower. I think Elm gets.
I think you could physically take Magnolia in a fight, but I think the repercussions.
Magnolia has a cane.
I think the repercussions.
Like, Bryce is the same way though.
I think the repercussions of fighting an old woman might do more to your reputation than any fight could do to your pride.
How about if you're an old woman yourself? At least middle-aged woman like
sure.
I am.
You could fight Magnolia. That's fine.
I don't want to fight Magnolia. She has a cane. I bet she can beat your butt with it.
Why is that? Bryce is the same way.
For the same reason.
Cane. I'm scared.
Yeah, and I'm even more scared of Ramos. Like, have you seen his shears?
He's got the scissors. The scissors. Yeah. The giant scissors. He's got weapons. They have weapons.
That's a dangerous guy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know who I can take in a fight?
Who?
Even though he's not old, he is not anything. Okay, so Pierce is an emo guy. He's depressed.
Oh, he has no muscle.
I don't even like. I don't even need to throw a single punch, which is good because I can't. I would just hurt my hand. I can just roll up to him and insult him, and he's gonna roll up into a little bowl and cry, and I'm gonna win the fight.
Okay. I think that's a strategy for the fight. I think that's a strategy. I don't know who I would pick. I think there's an easy answer if you go for the professors, right? I think that's a low bowl.
I think Elm is easy. Elm is joke, but
absolutely.
I think we can go further. I think we can take on Melly. I think Melly is big enough that we could probably take him.
Wait, which Melly?
I think it's doable. That's the guy, the Vayne guy from Legends Arceus, the Electro guy. That's his name, right?
It's not Melly, right? Is that? No, maybe it is. No, it's Melly. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I think he's doable. I think we can take him. I think I can take him.
I think everybody wants to do that to him. His character is so annoying for no reason. It is. Well, the thing, he's the kind of character where you start fighting him and nobody stops you. It's the Willy Wonka. No, stop, don't do it. That's the meme. That's the meme. That's the vibe. Because everybody's upset with him. He's not a good person. He's just not. I could absolutely see that. What a terrible person. Are there
you feel good doing it and you can do it. It's not like Garrick or Wolfric where it's I'm dead. No, I think I could take Melly.
Yeah, Melly you could probably take. I think it's doable. I think that's a fair fight. That's a fair. Well, not fair. You could probably do it.
I think it's closer than it should be, but I think I could take it.
Now the fight hasn't been described either. Is it like a fist fight or is it an intellectual battle? Fight, right? I mean, fist fight I feel is the obvious implication. So I want to answer it two ways.
That's how I took it.
So Professor Elm is scrawny, but what about Professor Birch? Professor Birch,
Professor the Pucciana incidents.
Yeah, the Pucciana incident.
Plural,
the Pucciana
plural.
Incident.
It happened multiple times in Oras.
The incidents.
So many starters from him.
The Pucciana incidents, I think, and the Zigzagoon incident in Emerald, I think, might rule him out as a tough guy. He's also not wearing the appropriate footwear for the fight. Okay, he's wearing sandals.
Good point.
So his footwear is not optimal for this fight. I also believe I could beat him intellectually in a debate of some sort. I feel like most professors, honestly, I could take in a debate, mostly because they go, "Did you know that there are more Pokemon out there?" And I'm like, I don't know how you didn't. Like, I just don't know how you didn't know that there were more Pokemon out there. You guys used to think there were 150 of these guys. There's 1,000 of them now. Okay.
I mean, you're a researcher who has a 10-year-old do your field work.
Yeah.
Not very respectable.
That and I still love Pokedex entries that are like definitely wild.
Written
and
by a 10-year-old?
Written by a 10-year-old.
Hotter than the surface of the sun!
Okay. As we tier rank how weak these guys are, PLA Professor versus Birch, who's worse?
Oh, Birch versus Laventon. That's a good question. I think Laventon loses. I think Birch is more confident.
He's more pathetic too.
I think Birch is more capable of. I think he's capable of at least the understanding that Pokemon can be captured. I like Laventon at the beginning of the game. At least was just like, wow, you caught 3 Pokemon, and you're just like, oh no, buddy.
Yeah. I think Laventon is just British enough that he would spend enough time going, oh, jolly, oh, what is happening at the beginning of the fight to give, Elmore Birch the time to beat him.
Oh, my dear. Oh.
Yep.
The horror.
I want cows.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Oh, thank you.
I do believe that there is a good chance that he could just be beaten up. It's very intense.
Wally might be able to beat up Laventon. I don't know.
Wally is somebody that I think you could beat up, but again, I feel like it has the social implications of
kid. I'm not
you're
gonna
beating
go beat up
you're
a sick kid.
You're just like let me in to fight the sick kid, you know.
We did mention at the beginning they had to be adult characters.
Oh, that's true. Wally's not an adult. That's true.
I mean, he looks pretty in Oras at the end.
In Oras, he does. Yeah,
he's a teenager.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Maylene would.
People I would not want to fight. Commando. Don't want to fight Commando.
Oh, Kamado. Yeah.
Yeah, Kamado, not Commando. Kamado. Do
I
not want to fight him.
I don't want to fight anyone that I actually have to like physically fight. Anyone that I can take down with words might be fine. Anyone else, I'm gonna lose.
Are there like any of the Elite Four members that are just like kind of scrubs, you know, where you're just like, man, Aaron? I can take them. Aaron's a good choice. I think Aaron's a good choice, not Bruno.
No.
Maybe
not Bruno.
Maybe Mulaney.
Which one's Mulaney?
The steel type from Alola Park.
Mullane.
Oh, Mullane. Yeah, maybe Mullane. Maybe you could take him.
I mean, you can probably take down Agatha.
You know who you could fight?
Again,
you know who you could fight by breaking their spirits? Whimsicott, and I hate to say that you could do it because it hurts me. Is Larry. You could probably break his spirits pretty easy and win a fight.
Don't know, because I think Larry is very used to having his spirit broken. So he wouldn't mind.
It's already broken. It's already broken.
Yeah.
You're telling me he's already a broken man. Yeah. Poor guy.
He doesn't care enough.
Poor guy. I still hope he shows up in Pokemon Legends ZA, by the way, so much. I hope so. There is that mention. There is that mention. There just is that mention, and I would love to see it. Because like you do, yeah, I mean, we obviously have like the guy with like the Bolton patch on the side of his arm. So like we know like Galar is present-ish in like the canon of that world. And I just want to know if like they're gonna bust out maybe not a Bolton, but like a Gen 6 Pokemon or something, or a Gen 8 Pokemon from like a trainer that isn't from the region, you know? Or is everybody required to catch Pokemon in the city? I don't know. It's very confusing. And
good old Mega de Dunsparce is coming.
Mega de Dunsparce. Here we go. Could you imagine? I love de Dunsparce is just like a critique on the fan base. I imagine that's what it is, right? It has to be a critique on the fan base. It just has to be.
It's what the Dunsparce fans deserved. That's all.
I agree with it. I do agree with that. And man, now I've scrolled on Bulbapedia too far, and I looked at gym badges. And at least the badges are better than the Gen 8 badges in Galar or in Paldea. But man, do I just miss like unique badges that we haven't had in forever. I hope they come back. Bring back unique badges in Gen 10, please. Please, Pokemon.
At least we have badges back.
At least we have badges back. It's not as exciting as like they are cool badges too, because like it's just a circle with like the type icon in it. So I do think it's neat, but I would really like to just, I don't know. I miss the cool badges with the with just like interesting shapes, because I like to imagine that in universe as a gym leader, it's part of your job to also like design the badge.
Yeah.
And do something, but I can't fight any of the gym leaders. It's fine. I don't think there's a gym leader I could fight.
Sure, you don't want to try Price? Bugsy, maybe?
Price, maybe. Bugsy, maybe. Maybe Bugsy. He is just like a grown-up bug catcher.
Right?
He is just a grown-up bug catcher. I feel like that could happen, actually. Man, they even have like interesting badges in Pokemon Masters. Come on. I need these
the
in my
Pokemon
life.
Masters badges like form the Legends of the Jet region, I believe.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The badges I see make me think of the quality and designs make me think of the badges we used to design for PUCL Summer League.
Yeah.
Before like the latest version of them, I think. But yeah. All right. Well, that has been our Pokey opinion, where we've opinionated on the things that we've talked about. You can always answer that question yourself in the mailbag. But with that, guys, we're going to kick it on over to our final segment, the mailbag. Welcome to our mailbag. The mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what you think. And last week we asked you guys 2 questions. One was, what do you think is going to happen to the presents this week? So I'm excited to see what you guys say, and we'll see if you're right or wrong on Tuesday. And then 2, what are some misconceptions you had about Pokemon in the past? So with that, we'll get into it, but only after I let you know that this segment is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves.
And as always, we'll give out the Green Tauros badge to anybody we deem worthy who like writes a good email, you know. And you get access to a special little chat, which has honestly been used more for things than saying hooves lately. Like, there's a lot of
when we don't send them away. We let them live a year, and
when we let them live in there, they're just like
taking control.
They're talking about Pokemon in the Pokemon server. I don't know what's happening.
We've lost control.
All right, let's get into it. We got a couple emails though to get to, so I want to go ahead and jump in before it's too late. Hello, Pokemon Underground Champions League. Aw, yeah. This is from the Milkman. Resident Gen 1er here, excited for the upcoming Pokemon Presents. I felt myself drifting away from the games for a few generations, but Legends Arceus has put me in an immediate chokehold. While ZA doesn't have the same ancient natural setting I love so much, I'm still giddy that they've decided to pursue the Legends format. I'm hopeful this is another great entry for this young series, and that they continue to use it to explore new stories in past generations. Here's my hopeful list for reveals, ordered from the most to least likely, in my relatively uninformed opinion. Can't wait to see how wrong I was in a few short days. That's the correct mentality. Mm-hmm. Number 1, starter megas. Hoping for an actual reveal of the final forms, not simply confirmations they exist. I don't think you'll get either of those. Unless you're talking about the Gen 6 starters. If it's the starters that are the Legends EA starters, we're not going to know about their megas until the game comes out. Gen 2 is my favorite, but I don't think I've ever used Chikorita. Having a great mega would be a fun way to dive my first playthrough in this game. Who am I kidding? Show me the gator! Connectivity rewards. Maybe this is just an anti-consumer, but I've been gaslit into thinking it's a cool feature. Okay, Thatch also thinks it's a cool feature, so... But I like how non-essential rewards can be unlocked for having the save data from other games. I don't love that this has become the method for obtaining mythicals, but doing it to obtain certain cosmetics would be fun. I'm thinking trainer hats from main characters from previous regions or costume Pokemon. Those specifics might not be likely, but I would like to learn about how this game interacts with the larger ecosystem of recent games. Generation 1 through 3 on Switch. Thatch said this himself, and it's something I've wanted for a while. A few years ago, I got into Game Boy modding. Brother. Wow. which has been a blast. I've slowly collected some of the old games and plan to play on my upgraded handhelds, but man, are they expensive on the secondhand market. They are. It would be nice to have versions I can play on my Switch, or perhaps with some quality of life upgrades. I'd be surprised if there are any new game announcements while they're focusing on selling ZA, but I really hope they do something like this soon. Fingers crossed for a physical release like the Mario 3D All-Stars without needlessly limited availability. They did that not just for 3D All-Stars, by the way. They also did it for Fire Emblem, I believe, as well.
That one didn't even get a physical one.
But
yeah. A weird choice. It was a weird time because they did it around the same time too.
Yeah.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, it was all around the same time. It was very weird. Gen 5 remakes. They won't announce this. This is wrong. Admittedly, even less likely. We've seen smaller remake projects made on the side like BDSP, but I still think they'll be careful not to conflict with the ZA hype in this presentation. That said, I would love a 2D HD remake somewhere along the lines of the Pokemon franchise. The animated sprite work of the Pokemon from Gen 5 was so charming, and I feel like the style would be an easy solution to the challenge of developing for the huge skyscrapers of Unova. We literally talked about this off air. I feel so bad. We talked about this off air. At number 5, Silk Song. Dude, this time for sure. Well, that's all I have time for today. My grandchildren just arrived and said it's time for bed. All the best. the milkman. All right. Thank you for that email.
It's a good one.
All right. Our next email is for Whimsicott. You're going to read this one. It's from Edamamu. I believe you've got this.
We keep going with the food theme, I see.
Yeah.
Alola, Puckle crew. Been listening to you for a while now and wanted to chime in on the misconceptions. While playing Pokemon Yellow as a kid, my Pikachu got poisoned while battling through Viridian Forest and eventually fainted while walking around. My kid brain didn't comprehend that poisoned Pokemon continue to lose HP as steps are taken and deemed this as some mysterious Viridian Forest syndrome. I thought that simply being in Viridian Forest would eventually cause my Pokemon to faint. This would have been such a good, urban legend / creepypasta. The sudden loss of my beloved partner Pokemon, along with the unsettling music, traumatized me so badly that it took me days to muster the courage to pick the game back up. Silly, but understandable, I would say. I appreciate you all for helping to kick off my work week with some entertainment. Thanks a bunch, Lax. Edamamu. Oh, that was so cute.
I love the name. Yes, the mysterious Viridian Forest syndrome.
I love it.
Goodbye, Pikachu.
That's too good. All right, our last email today, I believe, is from Spoo522. And Sigma, I think you get this one.
I do. Hey, Puckle crew, it's Spoo522. And with me recovering from an injury, I have the time to write an email this week. Anyway, here are my predictions. First, Pokemon Go. With the teaser coming for this Go Fest Max finale event, I predict that they will reveal more details about it. And at least some Eternatus mention. Eternatus will most likely get an adventure effect.
I'm for it. I get it. I'm here.
It's simple, but also I think for these presentations, simple is good. I think it will be some sort of boost in max battles, somewhat like Zacian and Zamazenta's. Maybe it could be faster Dynamax charging. Who knows?
Here for it.
Something. I have no issue for it.
Yeah.
Next, the TCG. They will most likely show another trailer showing the new cards and revealing the 10th Mega, if they haven't, by the Pokemon Presents. This entry will also include TCG Pocket. They will probably reveal the newest set, hopefully a big one this time around, for example, Spacetime Smackdown, with all the newfound Kalos and Galar hype. Maybe they will reveal a set featuring the legendaries from those generations. Before we get to ZA and Champions, I will share my predictions for Unite. As they have done in the past 2 Pokemon Presents, they will reveal 3 more Pokemon joining the game. We already know Latias is coming, so that will most likely be one of the 3. I would love to see Dragalge come to the game because it's a cool Pokemon and my favorite dragon type. Now I will predict what they will say about champions. They will introduce some more core concepts and possibly the graphics user interface.
Thank you for not making the same thing as last week. I was like,
I mean, yeah.
I had to figure out what exactly it was. I'm like, I've heard it before, but I know UI is user interface. We're gonna go with graphics user interface and pray that's
graphical user
not
interface.
The good draw lines ability.
GUI. We could also just call it the GUI. But however, I don't see it fully replacing Scarlet and Violet in VGC, at least not for a year. We still have some time for Scarlet and Violet to end its event cycle and have a permanent VGC format. And finally,
I know that they want a permanent VGC format.
I expect a ban list every 4 months or something.
Yeah.
Or ban list so much as like what Pokemon you can use. That's my expectation for champions.
Yeah.
Is to essentially be what we already have right now. Just a little more active and getting rid of Urshifu and Incineroar more often. And finally, Z to A. I think we will see some new Mega Evolutions introduced within the Pokemon Presents. I agree with what was said in this week's topic, that they will show the Mega Evolution animation start on some Pokemon scattered into the trailer. I also expect them to reveal the forms of at least 3 new Mega Pokemon. That's all I predict for now. This is Spoo522, and see you on the interwebs.
Perfect.
And get well soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for those emails, guys. Anybody you think we should give the green Tauros badge to? I kind of like Milkman. I don't think we've done it.
I also liked him, but I also liked the Viridian Forest Syndrome. So
Edamamu. We could do Edamamu.
I'm undecided.
Viridian. That poor Pikachu.
You know what?
In memory of Pikachu.
In memory of Pikachu, Edamamu. Edamamu gets it this time. You can come to our Discord at puclpodcast.com and get that green Tauros badge.
The green bean Tauros badge.
The green bean Tauros badge. But yeah, if you would like to keep up with us throughout the week, guys, you can always email us next week for puclpodcast@gmail.com, letting us know. Honestly, you guys are just going to let us know what your reactions to the direct was.
Yeah, that's what I expect.
But you could also just like let us know what Pokemon you think deserve a Mega Evolution. We'll take both. Also, the lesser question that you guys might also respond to is what character you could take in a fight. But
I'm kind of looking forward to those answers.
Those answers are going to be funny. But yeah. If you want to keep up with us throughout the week, the best way to do so is come to our Discord at pucldiscord.com. Of course, you can also follow us on social media over at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Finally, you can also come check us out on stream. I'm going to be doing it Tuesday morning and Wednesday. I'll be streaming this week. You can check us out over at twitch.tv/thepuclpodcast or youtube.com/@puclpodcast. You can find us at both those places streaming. You can watch the video podcast if you haven't already. And then additionally, if you want to help support the show, the best way to do so is to go to our Patreon at patreon.com/puclpodcast. Or you can even just, like, subscribe, interact with our podcast, however you're listening to it. It really helps people find the show and it helps us grow. So with that, though, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I have been Mega Whimsicott.
And I've been R Sigma.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.
Flip side.